All right, so your lending business may not be working out exactly the way you were hoping for it to, but guess what? It's not supposed to be easy. Let's break it down. All right, guys, welcome back to the channel. If you don't already know me, my name is Ryan, and in the last year, I quit my job as an electrical engineer to go full-time into entrepreneurship. Specifically, right now, I'm focusing on building a lending business, and in this past month, my business was able to net over $25,000, which is crazy to say because 6 months ago, I didn't have a business at all. So in this video, what I'm gonna be doing is breaking down the reasons why you may feel like your business is failing when in reality, you just haven't quite gotten there yet. I know how it feels. I was in the same position. So let's talk about it. The first thing, very important, is that you're just simply not ready, right? There is so many people that feel like their business is failing when they're not even ready for their business to begin. You gotta start there, right? You gotta have a foundation. Build your house on the rock, people. So let's talk about why you're not ready. This is a question that I ask people every time I talk to them in person about a lending business. And it goes like this. If I was to send you a deal right now, would you be able to have that deal fully funded in 30 minutes or less? Think about that for a second. Come up with your answer. Now, there's two paths you can take from there. First one, for a lot of you people that are watching this, the answer is no. And if your answer is no, you can't have that deal fully funded in 30 minutes or less. That means that your systems aren't in place, you don't have an LLC, you don't have a bank account, you don't have the funds. Whatever it is, you gotta go do that first, all right? So check out this video right here. It talks about how to get started with your lending business before we move into anything else. That's most important. Now, the second part of it is people that said, yes, you can fund it in under 30 minutes. You have passed the first checkbox. There's a lot more to talk about, but at least you can stay here on this video and let's keep it rolling. So if you can't already tell, let me let you in on a little secret. EMD lending, short-term lending, especially with earnest money deposits, is all about speed. 100%. It's about your speed, people. So if you can't fund in under 30 minutes, you're slacking. You're not going to be able to pick up as many deals. So that is the secret. That is one of my, people say, what's your secret sauce? First of all, quit asking that dumb question. There's no secret sauce, people. But one of the most important things is speed, 100%. You have to be able to be fast. And if you're not going to be fast, you're not going to be breaking through those barriers of adding more and more clients. So you got to make sure that you have speed with your business. Now, if you do have your LLC and your bank accounts and all that set up and you're still lacking on your speed, go ahead and stop watching this video and check out this one right here where I break down my systems and automations in the CRM that I use with a link down below that you can jump into to make sure that you are getting those systems up and running so you can make this a real business, right? Business is not the same thing as a hobby. You got to build this stuff out. All right. So if you're still watching, I'm going to trust that you can fund a deal in under 30 minutes, right? I'm dead serious here. If you can't do that, there's really no point in learning the rest of this. So I'm trusting that you can do that. And we're going to jump to the next reason why you think your business is failing, which is that you heard some whispers somewhere that this was going to be easy, right? Now, I know naturally you should think that nothing's going to be easy, but a lot of people have heard these whispers coming out of the woodworks or whatever that EMD lending is easy, right? It's easy to get deals, it's easy to make money. Literally, when was the last time somebody said that and it was true? Seriously, like, what is it, stock options or something? Trust me, I tried that, right? Nothing is easy. Sure, people can do it well, but nothing is easy. So it's not that you're failing, it's that it's just freaking hard. Like you didn't realize that it was supposed to be hard because you listened to the wrong people that told you it wasn't. So there it is for you. It's supposed to be hard. Personally, it took me 9 months to get my first deal. And at this very moment, my business is averaging a deal a day. So it just takes time to get things up and running. And I'm willing to bet if you're sitting here thinking your business is failing because you don't have enough leads, you're probably just trying to rush it because you had some preconceived notion that it was going to be way easier than it was. So let's just reset that right now. EMD lending can make a ton of money, and so can anything else. But if you choose to do this, then make sure you're taking the time, just like any other business, to build things up properly and get things set up so that you can actually find that success. Don't be the guy that keeps posting on Facebook saying you've got money and you're ready to lend. Like, when are people going to understand that's not how you do this? That's not how it works. You're not going to get a bunch of leads that way, or at least not any good leads. So chill out. If you're doing that, then you need to take a step back. Watch this video right here that I made all about leads and my personal system for lead generation that's worked, and get that established first. You need a baseline. Cool. So now you've established in your own head, hopefully, that this is supposed to be hard just like anything else because it's a business. But once you do start getting leads, the next issue that people are going to run into is you have no access to funds, right? Now, I want to make a whole video about this because I want people to understand when they hear that you're a lender, they think, oh, you must be rich. Like, that's not the case for me. I'm 26. I'm not, rich. I don't have millions of dollars. That's not how this lending business works. What you can do is just get access to funds. So when I say that you're running a lending business, it does not have anything to do with money. I've said it a million times. I say it all the time on the channel. The commodity is leads, not money. So you can get money once you get leads. So if you have leads, I put it this way. Make the problem for yourself where you have so many leads that you don't have money to fund it, and then really show me that the problem is the money, right? Because I can tell you for sure that all you need is access to funds. So if your business is failing, another reason if you have leads is that you just don't have access to funds. What does that mean? Well, first of all, you need to network, right? If you're being a hermit, living in your house all the time, not talking to anybody, that's not going to get you anywhere in life, friendships, or this business. So fix that. Go network, go talk at events, go talk with your family, talk to your Uber driver, right? Seriously, Uber drivers, if you guys ever get in an Uber, are like the best lead source for anything real estate. It's crazy. They talk to a ton of people. They're usually hustlers. They're usually trying to make stuff happen. Very interesting. Side note there. Anyways, so you need to get access to funds. And what you can do once you have the funds is you can connect those funds to the deal itself, marry those two things together, and make a crap ton of money. So get access to funds in whatever way you need to make that happen. Just do it. Now I have to add a side note onto this, which is that when I say get access to funds, I don't mean $5,000 to $10,000. And I'm not trying to be mean here. I'm not trying to say that's not a lot of money if you save that up. But here's what I will say. There's two main things with this. First of all, you're lending. When you lend money, there is the possibility of losing money. So if you spend a year saving up $5,000 to $10,000, do not lend that money on a deal. I don't recommend that. That is not what you should do because you should never lend money you can't lose. And I highly doubt if you spent that much time saving that money, raising that money, that you want to just throw it out the window really quickly. So please utilize access to other funds and networking and things like that to grow your business instead of leveraging what little money you have. If it's $5,000 to $10,000, I'm personally going to say it would not make sense to lend that money out. All right. Now, the second thing that's important is that you need legitimate funds, right? And we're in real estate, we're in entrepreneurship here. It's a different world, right? There is a lot of funds moving all over the place. You need access to those funds because when you are trying to scale and fund somebody's deals at scale for earnest money, they want you to be able to fund all of their deals, right? I've heard this multiple times from multiple people that I work with, that the reason they work with me is because they trust anytime they have a deal that I'll be able to fund it. Right? Let's say, for example, you run into somebody that's doing 5 to 10 deals a month and you earn their trust and you're like, let's work together, and you lend their first deal and then they hit you up the next day and they're like, dude, I got another one. And you're like, oh, sorry, that was all the money I had. They're really probably not going to want to work with you, right? That's too much for them to have to work with somebody new, because if you were to say, oh, I can only fund one for you and then my friend over here can fund another one and then you'll have to go find another person, or they can say, I'm just going to work with Ryan. He'll fund every single one of our deals. We'll make money together. We won't have to worry about forming that new relationship with a lender every time. We have somebody we can trust. The list goes on, right? So that's why it's important to have those funds available. I just want to point that out because I hear so many people that are saying, I've got my first $5,000, $10,000. You're thinking about it from the wrong mindset. Just toss that out the window and move on, because you need to go raise funds or get access to legitimate capital to do this properly in whatever way you see fit, in whatever way works best for you. So I'm going to keep this pretty brief. I'm going to do a recap here. The first thing is that you are actually just not ready to lend. If you're not ready to lend, you're not failing. You're just not there yet. Get ready. Get your bank accounts. Get your CRM. Get your LLC. Get ready to actually lend, or else it's really a blessing that you're not getting deals, because you wouldn't know what the heck to do with them if you did get them. All right. The second one is that you just don't think this is supposed to be hard. And I'm telling you, it's not easy. It's a business. Everything is supposed to be hard. This business is too. So just flip that script in your head real quick. Redefine what it means to build a lending business and you'll be fine. And then the last one's access to capital. That's really it. All we're talking about here is redefining your routine, redefining the way that you are looking at this, getting access to capital, and then of course, getting leads, which is a huge one. That's why I've made my videos on leads. It's why I'll make more in the future, because without leads, you are nothing. So get your leads, get your money, and then you can start building your business. And if you're organized and on top of things and professional, it can scale very quickly. I'm speaking from my own experience here. It can take off like a freaking rocket ship when you're ready for it. So get those things in place. Take the time to watch this video and the other videos I've done on my lending businesses, because you absolutely can build this business. You just need to get educated and understand the little baby steps you need to take over the next 6 months, maybe to a year. And in no time, you'll have a crazy business going, because there is plenty of leads out there. You're just not looking at them the right way. So best of luck. Keep cranking on the business. As always, leave a comment if you need to ask me any more questions about lending. I would love to answer them. Or as always, you can send me a DM on Instagram as well. But best of luck on the lending business. Keep crushing it. Until next time, peace.